Alright, welcome. This is another talking discussion live. I decided to make a Minecraft discussion out of this. Now, earlier I had some problems with the audio I didn't realize, so I'm probably going to address what happened. During my gameplay, I wasn't hearing anything at all, like nothing was hearable, so I'm going to have to redo everything, but I'm gonna try to make it a little bit shorter and do like a gameplay a part of it while I'm just talking about the situation at hand. So here's what happened in the recent update prior to the Minecraft situation at the new at 1.1920 that recently came out. It started developing another problem again where Mojang just started to have this situation where they're just completely broken, and here's what I'm going to show the proof of that led to this event. So as you can see from this perspective, this was days before after the update came through. It does not look good. It does not look really good. You could tell from this video I'm putting out right now. I think it's because, again, it's not, the old maps are not used to this situation that came with it, and now they said that they resolved it, but here's the recent one just today, in the August 8th, 14th of 2022. It still has the same problems, and you could tell nothing looked like it been fixed. It still has the same situation where the synchronizing is not doing right, invisible blocks, invisible walls, and this is just it's sad. It's really sad that this thing that I'm recently showing right now is not doing good. That you could tell that it's still having the same problems. But it's not just that, it only gets worse. When you go to building stuff, you could tell from this point of view it's having really serious issues. And you could tell from your own perspective that I'm trying to build something. You could tell blocks are taking a long duration of time before they build, and that's also it's also another problem that you can see, that they're taking a while to build, and then when you try to get rid of them, it's taking a while to delete them. And here's another example that I'm showing proof right here that they should probably take a look at. I'm trying to build something. You could tell most of them are not being built or being deleted when you like unblock that thing, and that looks right, you could tell is not looking like it's synchronized correctly. Now there was another location I know from my downloads. You look at it right here, you could tell that this is how before the update was going, and it looks like it was going pretty fine right here. You could tell that it was building correctly. It didn't have any synchronizing problems. It didn't have any lags. This is how the thing is supposed to be building than that one you previously just saw. You could tell that something did not look right. And before, when I was like, deleting stuff, let's see if I can go back. I'm talking about. I have to like go really back. When I'm deleting a block, it's not supposed to take a long while. It's supposed to go fast as possible. And this, what I'm showing before the update, shows exactly why the new one that I previously saw shouldn't act like that. Like now, when I'm building stuff on the Minecraft, it still has this problem where it doesn't want to like build really fast. And look at that, it takes a long while for that one to delete. That's not good. It doesn't look good at all. when something like that. That's a sign that there's really a synchronizing problem happening with our old world with this update. It is. It's a shame. It's a shame that I'm just in this situation. But I do want to make sure that the game's not over allowing this time. I do want to make sure that it gets to the point, my point of view, what I'm talking about. When I made a video, a talking discussion a while back about this situation on Fold, that it came to my realization that Mojang doesn't really understand what I'm trying to say here. Like, they're not seeing the bigger picture, what's going on. When I made that talking discussion on the Minecraft saying they should always check, what I meant about that is I didn't mean for them to start thinking that this is going to be some great experience or great performance where they can pretend that it's all going to be fine. No. What I meant was that if you're going to do something that relates to, like, an example, if you're going to do an update that wants to add stuff at the same time fix bugs, you have to always test them, and they didn't listen to me when I told them about the testing. To test it before you release it, which caused this problem where now players like me can't even build in their own maps because there's this bug or issue that's currently going on that's causing all this problem. And what makes me upset even more, that I'm forced to deal with this at the same time delaying my building and wasting time on things I do not want to do. That's what gets me upset the most. Because again, everyone likes doing whatever stuff that's cool and out there and things that are really interesting. But when they take it too far, where now they put it on one server and try to fix one bug where another bug affects the other platform, you got yourself a problem right there. A big one. And I was explaining my rant too, why all of a sudden these bugs are starting to happen and this stuff is starting to occur. Because now all servers are together. And that really, really does not look good for the future of Minecraft. It doesn't. Other players had similar issues where they're you could tell that the problem was within the system itself. Now, to be perfectly honest and clear, so I'm trying to make it so I can be more effective on this. When you're creating a game for updates, whether it's developers or whatever it may be, you're going to always have bugs. You're going to have problems where you have to fix something. But this never occurred in Minecraft that much because they always kept it right on the dot. Now, all of a sudden, this thing starts occurring, means you might have some sort of situation issue going on here, where it may need not just attention from the developers, but we need to maybe think about separation. Because when you don't separate things, it can really become a point where it's there's no turning back. It's just gonna happen. I know this for a fact. I've seen it in my own eyes. Now, what I appreciate that the fact that, all the things that are occurring and all the stuff that's happening. But the most important thing that I want to say is, when doing something that's related to whatever it may be, related to developing stages, to gaming situations, it's very important that always, and I repeat, always have your game stable and under great condition because if you don't end up doing that and things get really bad, it can really be to a no end turn where things can get really devastating. Now, unfortunately, I know there's a lot of like questions about why Mojang doesn't always do their things right, and I could tell you why. They're too lazy or something in their company refuse to have these games on different platforms with the servers like they used to have them before, because before I never had any problems. I build my stuff, I always did things correctly, and then all of a sudden this thing starts creating issues. We start having this problem where things are not looking good. That's a sign that something is terribly wrong. Something's really not looking good. That's why it's very important that we see the situations, what's going on here. Now, of course, I'm still building stuff, building the things going on there. But we want to always make sure that when us as gamers is we want to make sure our voices are heard and we have a clear sense of what we want to achieve with the situation ongoing, because again, I really want these how you say this I really want these so-called how you say this I really want these gamers to not go through a situation where we're forced to see the problem within, because again, I do not like that kind of stuff myself, but I know when I see something wrong. I know when I see something very ish situation where it's like, something just doesn't look right. And you can tell just by watching that, you could tell the way that things are looking at right now. You could just tell. And I died. Oh well. Yeah, I was in cheating mode again, so I just know that when you see something like not looking good or something looking pretty bad, I just know that it gets really out of hand to the point where it's like we have no control over it, and then other platforms are just not going to function anymore really good. So my own personal opinion to this situation is, number one, let's start having it step by step. Separate the servers. That's the first step I think Mojang should do. Do not have it together, because I could see already the problem in my own eyes. It's not looking good. It's looking pretty bad on just having this in one server. It's I could see from my own eyes it's not doing good at all. The second thing I think should happen is they should consider trying to make a game that they know that should be appropriate for this platform and this platform only, that if there is any bugs, that it could just be fixed by one time only, and that's it. There's no more like problems or no more situations where it's like it's gonna continue happening. It's for the sake of gamers. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. That we don't want this thing to get worse and worse as time go by. We want it to get better as much as possible. Now, as I look at this perspective from each and every task, a lot of cool stuff that they've been adding in this Mojang, but to have it broken, it's really not really a win-win. Anyone can say, what my opinion will be on their new 1.19, and I gotta say, it's like similar to the duplicate of 1.18, where things were just not functioning with the old map, things were not working, and now we're having the same synchronizing. It's just it's like a repeating pattern that never wants to end, and that's what I'm worried about the most, that it's going to continue doing this situation where it just doesn't want to end this pattern, and that's worries me the most. It worries me a lot. The steps need to be taken really good, or otherwise we're gonna really have a major problem. We're gonna have a major situation. And I'm not saying that it's gonna start creating this situation where we're forced to do one or the other. No, it's gonna start creating a situation where it's like the bugs will just never end, and they're gonna continue up and down from every platform because of their connection with the thing not being separated thing, which is not looking good at all. It isn't. It's not looking good. And I don't know why this thing is going slow all of a sudden. That's not good. This game's already having its problems itself. But like I was saying before, when we're doing games, whatever it may be, we want to make sure that the game is functional, and at the same time the game is not having issues or problems whatsoever. And we want to make sure that whatever the situation gonna happen, it's not gonna lead to conflict. And these things are taking really long. I didn't really want to have problems with the game, this one too as well, but I guess it is. But I'll be quick on my discussion. It's important that when it comes to doing these updates, that the key is that just always overlook your thing before releasing. Make sure it's tested before it's ready to go, because these things matter to us the most as gamers. They matter a lot. If things get out of hand or things become a really type of problem, it's going to lead to a point where there's no turning back, and that could really be a big blow, especially for someone like me who's trying to create maps. It puts a devastating blow. And this right here is what I'm doing right now. Now that it went even slower, it didn't go fast now. It went 10 times slower. This is exactly what's happening in Minecraft, where you have an unprogressed thing going really, really slow instead really fast, and leads to just not being able to get it working up like it should be. Now it looks like I might have to exit this out of this. But you get the whole point of why, I showed this for a reason. Like, you get the main reason why it's important to not have these problems. You don't want to put your own company or like famous title in a position that leads to a really like serious conflict. And what I'm saying is, you don't want to put it in a position where this problem is only getting worse instead of better. Why, like, games like other ones that don't have any bugs or maybe are doing fine and fantastic. And see, that's what I'm trying to say. Now I'm trying to see if I can get this thing to go faster, because it's just going so slow. It used to be faster than this. I have to like work out really fast. I'll try to like do some multitasking if I can. Try to get some watts going so that way they can continue moving. I'm welcome to chat with anyone going on right now, if anyone's still like live. Otherwise, I'll probably just continue talking what I'm trying to say from the Minecraft situation. It took a while too, but I was able to get it through. I have to make sure I send units fast and build these like things fast. I have to create this naval thing, but it's gonna take a while to get through. You see, I'll also have to create something that can help the naval side too out. But I need to create a duplicate. That's the most important thing. So I'm gonna create a duplicate right now. Because they'll kill my thing if I don't. So I can confuse them a bit. So they think I'm over here instead I'm over there. I gotta prevent them from building anything nearby. That's why. The whole strategy that this game, before I change the discussion, is I have to like survive an outslaw that could start occurring at any time, so I have to be careful not let this outside occur. You can see they're gonna start building these stuff. So going back to the Minecraft thing, we saw from the beginning, yes, that's the situation that's ongoing right now as we speak. That things are not really like doing in a really good situation, that it's really doing bad. And that's why it come to my decision where it's like we really got to start like helping these things out. Like we got to start like getting these things up and running. I feel like they're doing 10 times better than me. I'm just trying to build the army like fast as possible. They're doing something crazier than me. I have to be quick on this. Okay. Getting to number 3. I'm confusing them because they think that I'm over there. That's the whole situation that's happening. Why my engineers work to try to defend and create shield generators as best as possible. Let me see if I can build another one of these like default things. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, but I got this. But it's cool to have something like this happening. Yeah, at least we have one defender. Alright, you are going to build these. And you are going to fix that one. System. They're cheating again. Damn, these guys are cheating again. Yeah, these guys are cheating again. They cheated again. I won this. They cheated again because they went too fast, and they can tell from their cheating. All right. Well, at least I was tried, but again, the really mode is extremely hard. If anyone is able to do it, it takes a while. But these, when I go to that mode, it's always cheating. So again, that's all I wanted to show. I was free playing. I was talking about the Minecraft situation and the whole like respective what we just witnessed and saw. I hope in the future that they do fix this problem with the if they do release a new patch, because this is not looking good as of right now. And I really want them to realize that this stuff does matter. That this stuff really counts, because if you don't watch what you're doing, you can end up making a lot of gamers really pissed and angry. And that's the whole position, that's the whole situation that's happening right now. That they're not really like focusing on seeing the bigger picture, that they're not realizing that, you know, even though they think they fixed it, it's not really a good case. That it's the, even though they use bots to try to help the developers, it really doesn't really help the situation. In fact, that they could see from right here in our own eyes, it's not working, it's not playing like it should be. And that's very important to know about this problem, that this shouldn't be always, as our future updates continue to exist, that we should never been going through that stage. So again, thank you again so much for watching. I was playing for like probably not even a long time, a little while, because again it's very late. I wanted to show at least the proof enough that these things, they need to work on this. This is not okay. Because if my Twitch thing that works, definitely works, and if that works from before the update was patched, you could tell that something was completely wrong, that something wasn't right. Because if this, before the update, if it was working like this, everything was running smooth and fine, this shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't be have to blab my mouth forced to put a video into this type of scenario where it's just, it feels like it's not a complete update or synchronizing right. That we as gamers shouldn't be having to force ourselves to realize that this is going to take even longer, because the fact that the developers are just not doing their job right, or someone in the hands not doing something lazy. And you can tell from this video perspective that we should have it something like this, where we shouldn't have any type of that whatsoever, just stuff that are being added. Because when these fixes start occurring, you know that something is just not gonna look good for other platforms like mine's. And my opinion, just separate them is best, is better to make. Probably like the developers should start doing discussions of separation, because I know if without the separation, this might just go through again and again and be more annoying, and it's really gonna make it sad for my update that I really want to put it through so hard, that I worked so hard for many years, and that this thing is occurring that really just puts myself on the edge. So again, thank you again so much for watching. It was very short live discussion. I didn't want to take too long because I have other things. I will probably put more videos as I can, because again, this will be my last week before another semester of mine starts. I will hopefully in the future get more theme parks going, because again, I have at least a lot of dates that I booked, at least so I can get the theme parks running. Because the only one I previously did was Six Flags, and yet that was only like part of the 4th of July thing. So I'm hoping to go more in Disneyland again with the holidays start coming around. I know I have Six Flags as well, but that's gonna be like probably later. But again, thank you again so much. If you're welcome to see anything else, I'll leave it at the end screens when this thing is complete. I'll also leave the previous talking discussion, talk about Mojang. They should have just checked their Minecraft, and they didn't listen to me, and I'm completely disappointed. And the fact that I'm just still having these Minecraft issues, that they just didn't check their thing right, and this led to the events occurring down this road. So thank you again so much. This is Jimmy Pablo signing off on the Orlock 125. Bye bye.